low-level Mickey Mouse Federation that holds up
Really?
to the competition.
Well,
It isn't anything.
it's the
Like,
NABA
obviously,
Mr.
the
Universe.
reality is,
I think it's the NABA Mr.
the
Universe.
Mickey Mouse Federation, correct?
Not really.
Quite
It's a
big.
high level of competition. It's just not as crazy as the IFBB.
Wait, but hold on, Knut. So Knut, let me ask you. So you don't wait, hold on, Knut. So you don't believe that you could actually, be a competitive bodybuilder on a vegan diet?
You can be competitive, but there doesn't exist anyone at the highest level. But obviously, they can further down the ranks. Yeah, that is possible.
Yeah, so
you think it's a debuff where it'll prevent you from ever peaking?
There hasn't been anyone till this date that it comes up to the highest level.
Well, again,
But that's
there's
probably
very
because
few
veganism
vegans.
is like, less common. Right?
That is correct. That is correct as well. But till now, there hasn't been anyone that
has it been studied?
It could be you, vegan man.
Has it been well studied, the differences in muscle growth and
yeah.
definition and shit?
Actually, there have been a few really good randomized trials that have come out recently where there's no difference in muscle growth between vegans and meat eaters. So, yeah.
Wait, not to be rude, are you gay?
No.
Oh,
I'm married.
Just a question. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Congrats,
okay.
Nice.
Okay, congratulations. Let me ask you this then.
But that was not a joke about your wife. Sorry.
Wait, nobody heard it. Why did you say that part out loud? Okay. So, by the way, so you don't believe in the fact that a lot of fucking nutritionalists, they always tell you that you need a balanced diet, and that diet includes protein. You need meat, and you can't just sustain yourself on a diet of just straight veggies.
You don't need meat for protein, so you can get all the nutrition you need on a vegan diet.
That's true.
Okay.
You do all that contact with your wife?
Okay, hold on. Can I interrupt? Sorry, go ahead, Knut.
I was just going to add in a few things to what he's saying. Like, it is possible to get all, let's say, amino acids from vegan diets, but it's way, way harder because you would have to look more into what you're eating.
No.
To find out how to get all of the. Yes, you would.
No, so as long as protein is equated, you get adequate amount of amino acids. And if you look at nitrogen balance studies, the slope and intercept is the same for vegan diets. So no, as long as protein is equated, there's no difference.
I don't feel like the whole topic of veganism even matters, because the whole point is just when vegans are cunts, like Vegan Gains. Because I don't think veganism sucks or anything.
I think you've proven you're a bigger cunt than me.
No, but you're just want to scream. You want everyone to adhere to your belief, or they're Nazis. You literally called it 99.9% of people
supported
on the planet
the idea
Nazis.
of genociding a group of human beings.
Nazis
you
because they want to eat
genociding
meat.
a group of human
You're
beings. Who's more of a Nazi
you're an
here?
asshole.
Who's more of a Nazi here? The person who's in favor of murdering humans?
I don't care. I'm a Nazi. Sick hell, I don't care. The point is, why do you care so much to just not live your life? Why do you have to be such a cunt and ruin everyone else's experience around you?
So if you're in favor of improving everyone's lives, then why aren't you in favor of improving animal lives?
Wait, okay, so now your argument is that eating meat actively hurts you? I thought it was a moral basis. What fucking bullshit are you pulling out that eating meat is worse for you?
Well, it is. So vegans and vegetarians do live longer, and they suffer fewer chronic diseases.
That's because they stay inside. No. That's because they stay inside eating fucking flowers all day. They never go outside and do anything.
No, actually, vegans and vegetarians usually exercise more than meat eaters.
Yeah, and they're fucking home on their little treadmills. They don't leave the house, man, because they fucking skin burns.
No, actually, they leave the house more. That's why vegans and vegetarians have lower rates of vitamin D deficiencies. So it's because they get more sunlight.
No. They take their pills with everything, all the other pills they take.
Buddy, how many fucking medications do you think you're gonna have to take when the diabetes
let somebody else
in?
jump in. Stop. Right. Let somebody else jump in. Katerina, go ahead.
Honestly, I think that your points are very valid, but I think that if you want more people to become vegan, which clearly you do, I understand, it's okay to feel these things, but, the way you're going about it is absolutely tactless.
I don't care if I make you feel bad. I only care about making sensible arguments, and so far, you have not made a sensible argument in favor of eating meat. Again, the only person... The only argument that's being put forward would result in human beings being genocided.
This is my argument for eating meat. I like it, and
I like
and think
I
that's
like killing and
everyone's
eating
reason.
people, so that's my justification for
God.
killing and eating people, right?
That is
Oh my
most
So
God,
if
if
you
I
like
died
something,
Okay, now hold on.
you
Hold
know
on.
why?
Stop. Everybody stop. Vegan, let me ask you this. So are you equating eating meat, like eating animals, to being a cannibal? And how do you draw that fucking equivalence? How are you a cannibal if you eat meat? Or how are you equal to a cannibal if you eat meat?
I'm not claiming that if you eat meat, you're a cannibal. I'm claiming that if you eat meat and you think it is in some way morally justified, you would logically have to also take away human rights. And again, the argument that she put forward, well, I like eating meat. Well, okay, I could use that argument to say I like eating people. If we're going to say just because
Then
you
do
like
it,
something,
pussy.
just because you like something, that means it's okay to do it, then it's okay to kill and eat people. And again, you're
Go ahead.
complaining
On vegan
about me
topics.
being
Go for it.
rude
So
and
what
not
is-
and like
Yo,
not
yo.
advocating for veganism. Well, you're the one who's
Like,
saying
wait,
it's okay to
Canute,
murder
then you.
Am I
people.
sweating?
Vegan.
So when you
you're
I am
go,
wrong.
sweating.
nah, Mo, I smell
Wait,
the
wait,
Arab
hold
sweat, bro.
on.
Crazy.
Hold on, yeah,
Question.
Wait,
Shut
wait,
up,
wait,
Ronto.
wait. So
Canute,
when
go
you go
ahead.
past a
Wait, Slaker.
restaurant, right? When you go past a restaurant and you see someone eating meat, do you say anything to them? No, because you're a pussy. Also, shut your mouth.
Sometimes I do,
Stop talking, man. You
but
talk too much shit on the internet.
Vegan,
That's
you
what
care
vegan.
more about how you
talk
look.
shit, but you don't say that shit
Okay.
to their face.
You want to look superior, right? You want to be on this moral high horse that you're better than everyone.
Well,
you don't
I
give
do
a
look
shit
better
about
than you,
converting
so.
people to veganism. That's your issue, man. You just want to think you're holier than thou. You don't give a shit if people eat meat or not. Obviously,
Yeah,
based on your
well,
tactics,
you're in
not trying to
favor of
convert people to
genociding human
veganism.
beings, so
You're
I don't
just
really
trying to
have to
fucking look
try
like,
too
oh, I'm
hard
such a great
to
person.
look better than you.
Okay, good point, dude. But you don't give a shit about making people vegan. You care about making
I
yourself feel
obviously
better.
do,
You got
since I
fuck
make
in your dick.
coherent
Suck in your
arguments.
fucking own dick.
Look,
Let some other guy
none
jump
of
in.
you
Canute,
have
go
been able
ahead.
to make an argument in favor of eating
Vegan,
animals
stop,
that
stop,
wouldn't.
stop.
I was about to
Go
ask, is the it sounds to me and the way you're talking that your goal is just to
Wowie.
argue with people on the internet. Is that your goal, or is it actually to make people think the same as you?
The only way to actually convince people of an ideology is to make good, coherent arguments in favor of that ideology. I don't care how I make you
Hearing
feel or if I
everything in
offend you.
Nazism.
Clearly,
No,
I've
that
made good
wasn't
That's
arguments
clear and
since
coherent.
none of you
Yes,
have been able to
everyone's
make
a
sensible
fucking pussy who
arguments.
eats
Wes,
meat.
let him
What a
reply.
great,
Wes, let
what a
him
great
reply.
fucking.
Let him
you don't
reply.
have to go further now. But the point wasn't if you make sensible arguments or not. That wasn't the question. Is the goal to argue with let's call whatever this people in this show is, or is it to convince people to be? Because the way you're doing it, you're just pushing people away from your beliefs.
Okay,
Is that something you don't get?
Tactless.
okay, guess
Is
what?
that
True,
a hard
true.
to
So
if you were about to convince any of us to do that, I would have maybe done it in a more friendly way. Not
Yeah.
because you
So-
care of me, not
If
because
I
you
was an
care
animal,
about
I'd be
the
pissed as fuck that this guy's standing up for me like that.
feelings.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
well, I can respond to that.
Yeah, okay, let's matter.
Yeah, so obviously my beliefs are not popular with many people, and I don't expect many people to agree with me, even when I do make sensible arguments, and even when I'm able to prove that their own beliefs would logically justify a genocide of human beings. So I'm not particularly concerned about how I make people feel. I think sensible people who care about whether they're doing the right thing, whether they care about logical consistency, won't care if I come off as an asshole or a jackass or I'm rude. They're only going to be concerned with my argument. So if you're this like overly sensitive pussy who only cares about feelings, I don't think there's
Sensitive?
any way
You
for me to
sensitive. We ain't
convince you to go
sensitive.
vegan.
You're the one
Because
that's
again,
sensitive.
veganism requires things like logical consistency. It requires like a moral compass. Somebody who's actually interested in going vegan isn't going to be this overly sensitive fucking pussy who only hangs on to, you know, some of the mean words I say.
Okay,
this
hold
is
on. Let me
code
ask
for you to
wait,
just
wait,
keep
Wes,
being an
Wes,
asshole.
hold on. Wes, stop. Let me
That
stop.
was a
Let me
terrible
wait,
argument.
Canute, hold on. Let me ask you this. Okay, so vegan game. It's all animal lives, right? You're not. So like the cockroach, the fucking ant, all of them, they equally matter to you, correct? I
No.
assume. Let me know if I'm wrong.
No.
Why not?
So there is a hierarchy of sentience. So a cockroach may not even be sentient, but they probably are to some degree, but nowhere near as much as, say, a chicken.
Are dogs like the Third Reich, you Hitler fuck?
I don't know. There's also
wait, hold on. So wait, hold on. Vegan games. Isn't there a slight hypocrisy in an argument when you say there's a hierarchy to sentience, and then you only care if you reach a certain level? So doesn't that just mean that a carnivore's level is slightly higher than yours?
You have to be an alien enough animal not to be killed. Otherwise, you get genocided.
I can clarify.
If you kill a spider, you're a Nazi.
I can
I'm a vegan
clarify.
now. I'm just backing
milk.
up.
Do you drink milk?
Well, soy milk.
Okay. Do you have a pet?
Wait, go ahead. My bad. He does. He just walked behind you like 2 dogs.
Yeah, I have 3 dogs, a cat.
What do you feed your dog? What do you feed your dog?
Vegan dog food.
You're an asshole.
What? You're tolerating an asshole.
You know it's not good for them, right?
Such dog abuse. Holy fuck.
So if you look at the most recent research on feeding cats and dogs a vegan diet, actually dogs and cats that are fed a vegan diet seem to do better. They live about as long, but they're less likely to get chronic diseases.
Picker, it's insane.
Yeah.
You find one study that backs what you believe,
It's
and
not
ignore the
one
100
study.
that disagree with you. You're
Can you
fucking
show me
Your house is built of cherries.
what
and
are
you
you
picked up a
talking
fucking
about?
grove.
We as humans have like evolved to a place where yes, we don't need to eat meat anymore. We used to, right? We can all agree with that. Way back. But nowadays, we have evolved to a place where we don't have to eat meat because of the way that we have worked on food and technology and society.
But you still choose to kill innocent animals because you're morally bankrupt.
Wait, hold on, let Zena go.
So you're going to interrupt.
Zena, go ahead.
I didn't interrupt. You stopped talking.
I wasn't. Do you know how to take a breath? Do you not do that when you talk?
I'd rather you not breathe.
Don't breathe. They breathe through their asshole.
Sorry.
Okay, stop. Let Zena go. Zena, go ahead.
I'm going to agree with her because what she was talking about was like our development and like the food and science. Now we can extract like fake meat or the taste of meat and or protein from plants and other things that we couldn't have done in the past. But one thing I wanted to come back to about the moral concept thing is you were arguing about the exception of what babies and maybe mentally challenged people not having moral concept, but like babies are babies. They grow into moral concept, whereas animals never develop this. They can never develop knowing whether or not you're like, if they're arguing over food, for example, the dog doesn't know that it's killing its brother. It doesn't know that, but they're arguing over food because that's natural. That's its instinct, and they're fighting, right? And it kills its brother. So if animals should have the same rights, then animals all kill each other. Most animals are carnivorous. I don't know if it's right. Are carnivorous. Most aren't. A lot of animals.
Well, if you include insects, if you
I'm not
include the
including insects.
You just said you don't include insects because of the hierarchy.
Yeah. We're talking about
no, I
include
insects.
like jungle animals.
Okay,
I'm not including insects. So mammals. Okay, I will say mammals. Mammals. Mammals are mostly carnivorous. Most of them. Okay?
No.
Lions. Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes,
there are fewer lions than there are gazelles.
I just want to hear her finish her point.
Yeah, he's never going to let people. So
well, you were wrong about something, but
animals
go
will
ahead.
eat meat. All animals will eat meat. Pigs will eat meat. Pigs will eat their own meat. All right, pigs will eat pigs' meat. Cows will eat cows' meat, even though cows typically eat grass. Cows aren't necessarily carnivorous.
Yeah, I don't think pigs
eat meat, can I
right?
finish?
Yeah,
can
go
I
ahead.
Finish? No,
yes,
typically they don't. That's what I'm saying. Is they typically eat grass. But if you put it in front of them, they will eat it. They don't have a moral concept to be like, oh, I don't eat meat. Oh my God, it's pig's meat. It's
can I just ask you a clarifying question?
Can I finish first?
Well, I just want you to clarify because I just want you to
say,
make a very simple proposition. Like, what is the trait that you think animals lack that makes it okay to kill them?
That's what I said already, and that's what I've been saying.
What is it?
Concept. They don't have the ability.
Okay, so you're in favor of genociding mentally disabled people.
So can I finish? Because you're cutting off everybody. I get that you like veganism.
You did finish. You named the trait.
I never finished it.
You named the trait.
Why I think this is important, though.
So you're in favor of genociding mentally disabled people.
You're
in favor of genociding mentally disabled people.
That have a development
you just said lacking moral agency makes it okay to kill somebody. So you're in favor of genociding mentally disabled people.
The mass population is not mental. Okay,
doesn't matter. You're talking about millions of people. You're talking about millions of people being genocided.
What is the game? What is the game?
I
got 2 questions. I got 2 questions. One, what's the gain of genociding mentally disabled people compared to, in your words, genociding a bunch of animals and using their food and fucking eating them?
Streamers.
And on top of that, you said you do OnlyFans. Does your wife do it with you or you do it alone?
Oh, is that a question for me?
Yeah, both questions for you.
Okay, yeah. My wife used to do OnlyFans. We kind of had separate ones, but she appeared in some of my content. I appeared in some of hers. She doesn't do it anymore, though. And
does your wife eat your cum?
No. And
wait, because it's not vegan, is that why?
No. So there isn't.
You have stinky vegan cum?
So there's not. So there may or may not be something to gain from holocausting mentally disabled people. We could eat them. If you've ever seen the movie, like Soylent Green, we could turn them into food. So again, but this is about the principle. She says her principle for whether or not it's okay to commit murder is whether or not a being has moral agency. Mentally disabled people do not have moral agency, so she would be okay.
People to survive, like who necessarily?
We don't need meat to survive. We don't need meat to survive. So you're okay with murdering mentally disabled people?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
I thought they.
So you're okay with murdering mentally disabled people? So are you or are you not okay with murdering mentally disabled people?
Everyone.
Whoever said
we're not okay with it.
We're not murdering.
You just said it's okay to kill a being based on whether or not they lack moral agency.
On to a new topic.
So if that is the case, you'd be in favor of killing mentally disabled.
I said
you're just dodging. You're just you might as well just shut your mouth. You might as well just shut your mouth because you're dodging. Look, it's a yes or no question. Stop dodging. Shut your goddamn mouth. It's yes or no. The only thing that should come out of your mouth is yes or no. Are you or are you not okay with holocausting mentally disabled people?
No. Now should animals?
Then that's a contradiction. There's a contradiction in your beliefs.
Electric Boogaloo?
Wes, nice one. Stop. Guys, let's bring down the temperature, okay? We could have a civil conversation without having to fucking yell over each other, okay? Nobody could understand what both of you are saying.
But I have
This is the most cyclical argument of all time. Please move on.
So, dude, Karantos, she's dodging. So her principle is that it's okay.
Nobody's dodging.
Yeah, so that's a contradiction. So now, it is a contradiction.
So should animals get taxed too? Should I tell my cat to pay my fucking rent too? Since it should have the same rights.
Okay, mentally disabled people. Mentally disabled. Not everybody has to pay taxes. Not everybody has to pay taxes.
Okay, well,
I don't know what the
my cat can pay rent then,
is.
Right? Like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense.
Well, this has nothing to do with what I said. If you're claiming it's okay to kill somebody based on whether or not they have moral agency, then you'd be okay.
I'm asking you to explain. Why do animals deserve the same rights as humans? You haven't explained that. The same rights as humans.
I already made the proposition. I already made the proposition at the beginning of the debate. There's no substantial differences between humans and animals that would justify taking away rights from animals.
We're muting. Okay, muting.
Shut up. Stop.
Slicker and Wes are muted. Canute had his hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, but again, why I must say the people that are not anti-vegan but not vegan are, you're fucking stupid. He's coming with the worst argument of all time. It isn't like you can only have one thing you're basing it on if you can eat them or not. It's like you can put in more.
You can name more traits. Go ahead. The trait she named was moral agency.
People? And everything's fine.
My moral compass says I can eat something that isn't human. That's the only trait I'm putting in.
Okay, and we've already gone through this reductio. So if, say, black people or Jews or Asians were not human, they could not interbreed with other races, so technically they wouldn't be human, you'd be okay with holocausting an entire race of beings.
You know what? Marie Antoinette once said, let them eat steak.
But they are.
Cake!
That,
no, that's what she said.
She never even said the original quote was cake, so
yeah, I know
you're
she
not
meant
too
it was
bright.
pound
You don't
cake.
really know much about history.
Guys, stop. Guys, we're moving on from this fucking topic. We're moving on from this topic, okay? I enjoyed it.
Well, hold on. We got
don't do it.
We got 30 seconds on the round. We got 30 seconds on the round. Let's just end this round, and then you're gonna ask the question.
Okay, just do the voting while I'm talking. Then, by the way,
everyone go around and say your favorite type of meat to eat.
Stop, Wes. We're doing double eliminations this round because you are gone for like 3 fucking years. Okay, we're doing.
Wait, hold on. The same timer's been running. Why would we randomly do double?
Was it the same timer? Was it not 25 minutes?
Yeah, 25 minutes. Yeah.
This was the longest 35 minutes of my life. I swear to God, I
Yeah,
thought we were
welcome
You
to
heard
We're
the
not
same
even talking
arguments
about
12
veganism this whole
times.
time.
Okay, fair. We're doing
Can I
single
please
elimination.
ask
Anyways,
one question back?
hear me out.
Can I
Yeah, we'll
please?
move on. We'll move on. But right now, okay, we're not starting the next round. So before we start the next round, I just want to say, listen, I think it's pretty beautiful that we have Slicker and Yasso on the same stream again together. It's been a while, okay? Slicker. What the fuck? There's an alarm in my ear. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay. Slicker, when's the last time you spoke with Yasuo?
Yesterday in my chat.
Did I? No, I didn't. No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
like 3 days ago. I don't know, a few
Only
days
if you're
ago.
doing some tennis bet, and maybe I'll come and give you some advices and shit. But
I got like 4 tennis bets running right now. I'm fucking up bank.
Listen, if you need advice, come to me. I'm the right guy, bro. You're missing out. You're gonna go in minus.
You are the last person I'll ever come to for gambling advice, just like Mr. Mammal is the last person I'm gonna come to for food advice.
Can I ask
It was a
something
long
real quick?
time, bro. Last time we spoke was like
Mr. Mammal?
Can I ask the Mr.
Wait, hold on,
Mr.
Zena.
Horses?
Hold on.
Oh.
Wait, no, hold on, Zena.
Whoa, holding on. It looks like we have
Can we fucking wait for a second? Are you autistic?
No, because I don't want to be
No,
like
I'm
15
done
minutes in the round before the Yeah, we do. No, it's not immediate. I waited a full fucking minute, okay? Wait a minute.
Go ahead and
fucking announce
Yeah,
it. Let's
I know.
get
Listen, you got a
Give me money to
whole,
gamble,
you got a whole
please.
fucking show to ask these guys questions, okay?
Can you give me money to gamble, please?
No,
Mr.
it's just
Vegan
really
Gains?
important.
Yeah, you know what's really important? The really important thing is that Vegan Gains has won twice in a row. However, you're not allowed to vote 2 times in a row to kick somebody off, meaning the vote is going to pass to our second place winner, Wes, by the way. Wes.
Augie.
Looks like Q might not get his question because you have to choose between Slicker and Yasuo to kick off.
Oh,
no.
What the fuck?